Whew. Hello everybody. We out here. Whew. Fashionably late as per usual. Only by a couple of minutes though, so it's all good. Hey, you never know. You never know. Albeit I haven't showed the video out anywhere, or the stream link out, so gonna get on that. Need to chill. How you doing anyways? I was watching how many people we have registered as well. 16 with 20 minutes to go. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm guessing you mean you purged a load of crap AC mods? Understandable. Should probably clear out my AC one of these days. It's slowly ballooning with crap. And I'm just been neglecting to clean it out. And I keep doing events where I have to add to it. I mean, some of it's good content, but there's also a lot of just crap in there. So I need to get rid of that. Okay. Okay, once the stream race from. Because I was recording some racing stuff. Need to get to editing some of that racing footage I've recorded. Because there's some neat stuff in there. Well, I'm not sure about the race I recorded on Friday. I don't really know if there's anything really worth doing much of there, but there's one video I want to make out of some racing content. That was pretty cool. And I just simply haven't. Just haven't done anything with it. It's just sat there. They should have looked good, but they either drive like slot cars, where if you see a 900 horsepower 2-ton BMW Outbreaker Lotus F1 car, or they drive like garbage. Am I on holiday right now? Yes, I am. I am on Christmas holiday for the next couple of weeks. However, in a sense, that's me sitting at home on my bum not doing work for 2 weeks. Okay, I have an excuse to not do work. And that's about it. Nothing else really changes. It's looking to be, in terms of actual festivities, it's looking to be a bit of a weird Christmas this year for my family, as we're more separated out than we are coming together over this Christmas, but it's how it be. Everyday stream? Nah. Still just Tuesdays. However, I would like to get. Obviously, I ran that poll a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks back, asking about like if people would like to see more, or what people would like to see in terms of video content. And yeah, I started recording a couple of interesting races, and I just have sat on them. I probably will still sit on them because I'm lazy like that, but hey ho. Family got destroyed because the Baguette boys lost it. Sad. No. We're not really much of a football family, really. Only really my mum and my brother, but I don't even think they were following the World Cup that closely this year, so. I know I certainly wasn't. I was only real... Got most of my World Cup news through my friends on Discord just telling me about it, and I was like, okay, cool. Let's see, Tokyo... Never. Would never even make it to episode 1. Oh, Diego's going interesting ways. Unironically, speaking of, like, Let's Plays, though, unironically, back in, like, many years ago, before I started doing sim racing on the channel and actually tried to... I just kind of did, like, general, like, variety gaming stuff on this channel, which I still might do every now and then, but not, like, Let's Plays or anything. But, like, back when those were, like, the in thing, and that was what I was trying to do on my channel, actually, like, I put off playing a lot of games on my Steam library purely because I wanted to eventually sit down and record them and make them into YouTube content. I was like, oh yeah, this game might be fun to turn into content. Proceeds to never play the game ever, and most of these games are still, to this day, sat in my Steam library collecting dust. Half of them, I've forgotten I even owned them. It's not until I do, like, a big old check through my Steam library, I'd be like, oh yeah, I bought this years ago. I should probably play it. Just of luck, Michael. Best of luck to yourself as well. Hopefully we don't crash, but it's going to be a juicy one here. It's going to be juicy here at Modena. I'm quite looking forward to it. Enthusiast for 100% episode final. Assuming I'd get past like 5 minutes. I think there is actually, I don't know, I don't think I have any of it anymore, but there was a lot of junk I recorded back in the day as well that I simply just never uploaded. Like, I actually did unironically record quite a lot of stuff and then just never uploaded it. Never did anything with it. I think I accidentally nuked, like, all my old recordings as well, so I don't actually have them anymore anywhere. They weren't good videos anyway, so I think I did the world a favor by destroying them. Whatever excuse you need to grow the library without actually playing the games, I guess. Oh, well, these days, I buy it because I'm like, oh, this looks cool, I might play it someday, and then I don't play it. Or I play it for about an hour, and then stop playing, and then never touch it again. So I'd argue today's day and age, probably worse. No, I actually do try and, like... I try and complete games more now than I used to. Back when I was a lot younger, especially when I was a kid, I didn't really give a shit about completing games at all. Didn't even really care about learning them that much, even. Like, if a set of course would have come out when I was a kid and you handed it to kid me, I would have thought it was a cool racing game, but that probably would have been it, really. Would have spent most of my time crashing cars into walls because I would have never have bothered learning to drive properly. Jesus, 2 seconds off. But these days I do try and make good amounts of completion on the games. And that being said, I'm still atrocious at it, and I'm very easily distracted by other things. And so there are... My list of games that I should complete but haven't got around to completing just constantly grows and grows and grows. I should record chunk shots with these. Where the more time pressure, you get more... Well, no, it's more that I just haven't changed the tire pressures yet. It's the only reason why they are as they are. I just haven't bothered changing them. I think also the fact that I haven't really been paying attention to the lines I'm taking, and the fact I've just been kind of yeeting the car around the track as I deem fit, that probably hasn't helped things. Oh, very much. Piss! That also doesn't help things, getting cut tracks. Yeah, there's a 128.6, so that would have bumped me up a bit. However, looking at these pressures, I do want to change them. I think I want to add... Okay, so add 1, add 2, take away 2. Oh, I forgot this thing does not want to stop. Okay, put it into neutral. There you go. Okay, so add 1, add 2, take away 2. This car is fun. I'll add it to the eventual. Yeah, this car is fun. This car isn't all that interesting to drive on its own. This car mainly shines in racing. That's where it really shows its stuff. You gotta get in a group and race with people. And that's where this car shows its true colors. Was Sachsenring this up and down roller coaster or the track with 3 chicanes? 3 chicanes? No, Sachsenring doesn't have 3 chicanes. It's probably the up and down roller coaster. It starts... Oh, 3 chicanes. You're probably thinking of Zolder? Question mark? I think. Unless... I mean, Zolder's not even in Germany, but... No, Oschersleben doesn't have 3 chicanes, does it? I mean, Oschersleben is garbage and should never be touched, but I don't think it has 3 chicanes. Yeah, I think you're thinking of Zolder, which is in Belgium. But yeah, Sachsenring is the... You turn, you have a hairpin, and then you immediately go down through, which immediately goes into a sweeping left, which leads you downhill into basically a right hairpin, which then takes you back uphill as you wind left around the hill through a series of apexes, before then coming back down, up, and then down again in like a high speed sort of loop. It's really fun. However, the layout we're running misses out the whole first section, mostly. It has to start-finish straight. But it's the fucking triangle layout. That's what we're running. It's going to be carnage, I think. But, hey. Why not? You know, I am a little disappointed, though, that nobody else brought a more light-hearted combination to the mix. You know? I kind of feel like the odd one out here, running this little baguette box, and everyone else has kind of gone for more serious choices. And not even a transit van, like... Starting to have some thoughts about what my next championship's going to be as well. Not fully sure yet, but I was messing around with a couple of little cars. I also did have an idea for something a little bit extra special, not related to SRS, that I think could be a fun thing to maybe try. But I need to do a bit more messing around and experimenting with some things in AC first before I make any confirmations or moves on that. But it could be a pretty fun little event if it does pan out. There's been plenty, yeah. There's been plenty before, but I was expecting this year maybe there would have been a little more, you know. It's just me. We only need 4 letters to the next series. So that means you've given up on LMP1 then. Eh? I mean, Lada is 4 letters. Could do a Lada championship. Do I take suggestion? I mean, you can suggest. Whether or not I will take it into consideration is a different matter. 3 letters. You find 3 letters and a number. Yeah, Fiat is 4 letters also. Fiat 500 championship. There we go. He does video signals. Yeah, at the end of the day, you can suggest to me what you want. Whether I actually bother taking... Whether I bother actually considering it is another question. Alto? I'm actually curious as to... Did we ever find out what was wrong with the Alto when James tried to run it that one time as to why Enrique wasn't keen with it being on SRS? I don't think we did we? Because, I mean, the Alto is a pretty cool car, but I think, yeah, there was something about it, wasn't there, when James... I think James tried to use it before, didn't he? Alright, let's see what we got for the servers, though. I haven't actually done a proper check. Oh, we got 2 splits again. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Have a look at the numbers. I'm not quite sure how I've managed this. But it does seem to be that I have been able to... I seem to have the most popular slot on SRS. I don't know if it's just like the golden hour when people want to be online. But all of these people seem to be from the same group. Radek Lucnia, Hubert and Robert. But see, in terms of participation numbers, it's me and Donnie seem to be throwing it up on which is the more popular series. Toyota Xterra GT Championship at Cadwell Park, Goodwood Circuit, Misano, Tsukuba, Okayama, and Jerez. That's possible, but I don't really have any interest in racing the Xterra. Not really a car that sort of tickles my interest at all. Those tracks are an interesting lineup, though. Never driven Misano, so I can't say much there. Oh, curb. Only 3 races took place last week? Really? Huh. That's kind of bad. New tier on iRacing looks kind of fun, but you look... Really? I look more like a vintage guy? I wonder what gives you that idea. Oh, Phil's gonna get monster slipstream. Oh. Look at him go. Yeah, I wonder what gave you the idea that I look more like a vintage kind of guy. I definitely say I'm much more of a proponent for modern stuff than your average sim racer. James, I mean, yeah. But I'm surprised people haven't gotten fed up on my shit by now. Albeit, I guess, I don't know. Maybe people are interested in my sort of more out-of-the-box picks. Who knows? Particularly interested in more Maserati Birdcage Tipo 61. If that requires CSP, can't use it. Because that's how SRS is. And if I remember correctly, that car does require it. I could be wrong, though. Either way, again, also not really a car that's grabbed my interest that much. It's a cool car by the looks of things, but it's not really one that I've looked at and been, yes, I must do a series of this. To be honest, if I had the chance to, I would run the Estonia into the ground and back, because I love racing those little open-wheelers, but I don't think that's going to work. It's an interesting series. The cars are also slow and more graspable, I guess, because your series aren't just race car at racetrack. But they have been, though. The Lotus... I guess the Lotus and the 8.6 have been street cars, but they've been tuned up variants that are more suited to circuit racing. It's getting pretty feisty already, holy cow. Alexi with the speed. Man's going for it. I think Slipstream's going to play a big part in qualifying here. Question, is it something like Racing Life AMS 2 for AC? Yes. I forget what it's called. But there's some geezer who's been working on this thing for AC that tries to replicate Gran Turismo. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called, but I think Fred can probably dig it up for you and throw some links or something, I don't know. But yeah, it basically is like a Gran Turismo clone for AC. Yeah, Assetto Corsa. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but yeah. Last time I was heard stuck in dev hell does not surprise me in the slightest. It was a pretty ambitious project. And a lot of these sort of small projects do kind of get stuck in dev hell. And the fact that I haven't really heard anything from it in a while probably also explain that. You know. Something like Racing Life in AMS2... Oh, Nero's had a bit of a spin. I think Racing Life may have also have been on a stump. I think Racing Life development has definitely been sped up since DDF got on board with it and started doing the streams of it and stuff. I think that's obviously put a whole lot of interest into that project and what Ricardo's doing over there. And obviously is probably given him a lot more motivation to do updates for it. What do you mean? I don't blame him for. Once he's got DDF's interest, might as well milk it out. Make use of all that screen time to show off your stuff. The end of the race here is going to be really interesting, I think. Watching people just slide all around these corners. Because they've, like, fried their tires too early. I'm kind of in a no man's land here, which isn't great. But oh well. We're going to roll with it and see what we can do. Oh my god, what's Nero doing? Maybe could have gotten on the throttle a bit more aggressively on the exit there, but I wasn't really sure where he was going. He might be getting slipstream off Mariano, but it doesn't really seem to be doing much. Surprised how many new faces I've seen come into SRS though of this Ligier Championship though. I've seen quite a few new names that I've never seen before. But I think some of them are returning because they have like ratings in the like 300, 400 mark, so they're not like vastly experienced SRS people, but they've done a few races here and there. Okay, I'm definitely getting the slipstream here. He's gone way too deep into that corner. Somehow worked out. I'm going to pull over. A little bit of cheeky wheel spin. Oh, I'm guessing they're trying to pull off. No, I don't know what they were doing there. That was weird. Mattia for 126. What the fuck? I guess my... Speaking of the next season, though, again, I will reveal a couple of the cars that are on my shortlist, because I've mentioned them many times before, and that's Euro, NASCAR, and LMP1s. Those are definitely on my shortlist for combos I wouldn't mind doing. But if I find something... Well, there are a few other things that I'm maybe considering that could be fun. And if something else appears that could be fun, I may also jump on that. Not Magion, Fred. No. No. Way too soon. I guess there was that one the other time. 2 series of the past year. Yeah, but I mean... potentially biased opinion here. But I think I can do I could put on a much more enjoyable championship for the year in NASCAR than both James and Enrique could. Because they both pick tracks that are shit for the car. Because I don't think either of them properly tested some of those tracks. Because they both had tracks in their championship where tracks that featured straights that were too long where the car topped out. Sim Dream shit, though above with them. James's were authentic. Yeah, I'm sure Watkins Glen and Daytona were authentic. I'm sure they were. Also, he picked the wrong version of Vallelunga. So... But Watkins Glen and Daytona are the... What you see, the issue is the eSports series use the iRacing Gen 6 car, which is not, spoiler alert, is not a Euro NASCAR. Which means they didn't have to deal with topping out on the straightaways at Watkins Glen and Daytona, because, shock horror, the Gen 6 NASCAR Cup Series cars don't have a speed limiter that's comedically low. Well, they don't have a speed limiter at all. So, there are only so many SRS approved tracks. Yeah, but there were more that were, what do we call it? There were definitely more available that were SRS approved and would have been suited for the Euro NASCAR, I think. That's just my 2 cents. Jesus. The pace scamp. Taylor was almost sliding through there, Jesus. Vote for something different. Formula Argentina was fun. I drove that car once years ago and it felt kind of bad, but that was years ago, so maybe have to go back to it at some point. RaceDepartment don't throw my download challenge impossible. Say that, I actually had a couple of speedy downloads over the weekend, so, which worked out because I had to download a load of content at the last minute for an event that I was sort of putting on. I had to then bundle up that stuff and send it out to people. Mateo is almost drifting the fucking thing out of corners. Jesus. Slipstream's gonna be a big thing, though, I think, in the laps. Let's get this fuel right, though. 21 minutes, 48 seconds. Do I want to run that, or do I want to run 8? I think I'm going to run 8 just to be safe. I don't really know what I could do with the setup that would make it better around here, so Speedy guys up at the front know some things that I definitely don't. However, I'm gonna hopefully race my way forward a bit. That's my main goal, is to race forward. Who's that? Oh, it's Alexi. Doot doot. Cheers for the luck, Rob. I'm gonna need it. Yeah, hope to see you racing again soon. Always good to have you on track. Punt to pass engaged, yes. Well, I'm here giving you your take on these mods. Gorilla Mods, FSR, MK Elite, RP Builders. Not heard of any of those apart from Gorilla Mods. So, I can already say I don't give a shit about FSR, MK Elite, RP Motorsport, or DMVC. Because I have no clue who they are or what they do. Gorilla are pretty crap as well. I remember trying out their GT4 pack that was supposedly tested by real GT4 drivers, and it was horrible. They were horrible to drive. Absolutely horrible. But then again, some people say that the Gorilla stuff isn't too bad. It's not legit content, though, so it'd never be featured on SRS or anything. Which basically immediately removes any interest of me running it. Because I basically... The only content I download for AC these days is content that I need for events and stuff. Let's try something a little funky. Okay, that didn't work. I made a grave mistake. Send help. Grave mistake was indeed made. I thought I'd be smart and start in second gear. Oh! Give him a little bump. Oh, chaos up ahead. That plays to my advantage, though. Well, my train of thought was that we get out of second gear, or we get out of first gear so quickly that what's the point of even using it? I'll just start in second, and I might get a good launch out of it, but apparently not, so... Okay, I have Radek on my inside. I've never raced him before, so I have no clue how he's going to be. Seems to be giving me adequate space, though, so... He slipped back, which could give an advantage on the straight. Oh, Mikolaj is spun. Oh, Victor's off in the gravel back there. He's not having a good time. These two are going to get some mad slipstream on me here. Try and get a bit of... Oh, we're 3 wide! Let's try and get a bit of that side draft off them, which I seem to be quite nicely. Oh, he's gonna run me out of space there. That was definitely a netcode punt. Piquet boxes and then for the massive torque. Yeah, exactly. See, I was well within my rights to think that this thing would just blast off from the line. Got a great exit out of there. Little does he know how scuffed AC slipstream physics are. Oh, he got better power out of me, I think. out of the corner? No, he didn't. I forget that AC just doesn't quite know what to do with these arrows. Oh, he got very understeery there. Checks up for me. I bungle that up and lose ground to Radek ahead. However, he's going to take a very wide line, which I think is going to allow me to sort of slide back up in. Oh no, he got a better run on me on the exit there. Okay. Oh, Victor's bungled it back there. Okay, well, I'm one place up from where I started, so it's a success so far. Net success, at least. Just need to work on pulling away from Fabrizio behind. I'm working on staying close to Radek. Seems to just get a better drive out of me in this corner, which is weird. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. Is there some trick here that I'm missing? I assume there is. You saw how he just got a run on me out of that corner. Course, because even though meme car, I need to remember that this is SRS, and people are actually going to try hard this shit. He's pulling away on these straights. I don't get it. How am I losing out to him on the straights? Aren't all sim racers tryharders? Not really, no. There are definitely some hyper-casual sim racers out there. I don't know, I don't think I'd really call myself a tryhard. Then again, it depends on your definition of a tryhard, really. Oh, he's lost the rear end. He still pulls away on me on this straight. I'm calling horse shit. He is! What is this nonsense? What? I'm a natural. I wouldn't even really say that, though. Because it's not like I picked up AC and I was immediately good at it. You know? To get to the level that I'm at today, which is still not that great in a few areas. You know, it's taken the 3,000 odd hours that I have in AC to get here, so... As you can see, even now, there's still issues. I'm baffled as to how he's pulling away from me on these straights. Gotta bully one of the aliens into giving up their setup secrets. Oh, he's gone off into the gravel. Oh, he's buckled on the gravel. That's gonna allow me to close up quite nicely. Remove the mirrors. I wish. It could be tire pressures. Could also be gear ratios. Could be toe. It could also be the window. I got the turbocharger paid mod version of the car. Bloody hell. Oh, he's wobbled. Well, it seems like he might have cacked his tires. Whatever he's doing to get this speed, he definitely doesn't seem to have the grip he once did. No camber. Well, there is no... You can't change the camber on this. You can only change the front toe. That's the only suspension option you get. Nicolaj has caught up quite significantly this lap. Jesus Christ. Oh, we were a bit slow that lap, so makes sense, I guess. But how? I'm not gaining on him in a... What? That was in a slipstream. I don't understand. I don't understand. I've done something wrong here. I don't quite get. Hey Virgilia, how's it going? No, I'm running on the stock gearing. But look, they're just faster than me on the straights. I mean, admittedly, I'd put a wheel in the dirt there, which isn't going to help, but he just pulls away from me every straight. I don't get it. What's the delta? He's just gonna keep pulling away. Also, I'm gonna lose the spot to Miklad because he's gonna catch me. Can you zero out the toe on these? Well, you can, but it was saying when I put it to 0 for me, it was saying 0 toe or 0.5 toe or 0.05 toe on the actual, like, live setup adjustments thing, which I know isn't always accurate, but it's... because it depends on how the car is sat and stuff, but it's pretty reliable. Okay, the tires are starting to go off now, so I gotta be careful. Hey, what, he's just gonna... Am I using H pattern? No. This car also isn't a H pattern. I haven't used the H pattern in months. Guess I'm just slow. Thanks, Fred. Very helpful. I am now suddenly faster. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh god. I held the throttle a bit too hard there. Car was not too fond of that. Come on, get the slipstream. Okay. It's going to go defensive, but I'm not really going to attack him. These guys seem to know something I don't about straight line speed, so... without slipstream, so I'm going to basically just leech off of his slipstream. If I could stay within it! Fuck's sakes! I think I might be out of it. Which isn't good. So to just so pedals are able to left foot brake properly. Why do you need to adjust your pedals to left foot brake properly? I don't understand how that would be a problem. Unless you've got one of those, like, really crappy rigs that has a bar where the brake pedal goes. Still don't understand why those exist, but they do. Oh. %, of what a race is H pattern. Pedals are set up for punta tacos. Yes. I don't know. Heel. Oh, okay. Is that heel and toe in Brazilian then, I guess? Oh, he's really screwed the pooch there. Bloody hell, Mikolaj. My pedals are kind of the opposite. So I got a new... Oh, Italian, okay. Well, I know Italian even less. I believe it's Portuguese to speak that. I don't know. But yeah, so my pedals kind of have the opposite problem. Because I bought a new chair for myself, like... well, actually, no, I didn't buy it. I got gifted it as like a present a few years... like a year or so ago. And basically what I did was I made a bit of like a shitty mount for them. Or a shitty mount for my pedals. Because this chair sits higher. Oh my god, big slide. Jesus. My tires are not loving life at the moment. Oh, neither is Radix. This could get dicey. Oh, the power on the exit. Can I hold it? Ooh, that was nearly death. Jesus. Okay, I need to tuck him behind. I've kind of boxed myself in here, I think. Either them two are going to force themselves into a battle. I can't really get any further ahead unless people crash, so... yeah, getting into the juicy part where the tires are dead. So one thing I love about racing this car is that, like, you have this sort of second wind kind of period at the end where it comes back around to people, you know, your tires are fucked at the end of the race. And so it all comes down to people who've managed their tires better and who's better at controlling the car towards the end of the race. So sometimes being patient works out quite nicely. Oh my god, 3 wide. Oh, I think he's lost it. He has. His lawnmower tires won't last long, I know. Oh, yellow flag. Oh, he's turned into me. Oh, I think he's killed himself. Oh, drift. Really gotta balance the throttle through that section. So I have Radek back on the tail. Guess we'll have to look back at what happened there. I don't think I did anything wrong. Maybe squeezed him a little too much, I couldn't say. He's gonna swoop him for the dive here. Let him swing through and take it. Mikeland's is gonna push like crap on those tires and probably kill them off even more. Slime slipstream doesn't... Yeah, it's a shame it doesn't work properly in AC, but it is what it is. The car in front would also get... Yeah, these would fly. Apparently my... Oh, he's really trying to squeeze me in there, but not quite gonna work, my guy. Apparently my rear left is just gone. There is no tire left there. I seem to be coming into a bit of a stronger suit now that I have the better... I think I have the better experience of wrangling this thing around on cack tires. Oh, death up ahead. Oh, that involves Alexi. And a couple of back markers. Okay, is this the last lap or is it second last lap? Guess we'll find out in a couple of seconds. Guessing second last. Oh, nope, this is the last lap, okay. Put my money where my mouth is here. Proper sliding this thing through the corners. Around the outside of Robert. Holding on to that rear end. Warm on the grass a little bit. Alexi's got the run, but it's not gonna have the time. Woo! Nice. If I can just figure out what they were doing in that first half to be faster than me, I think we could put on a really strong show next week. Because I really came alive there once the tire wear fell off. Or once the tires fell off, and I think if I just make this, if I could make this thing faster, then who knows? Because yeah, we were in there was a massive gap there. I mean, maybe if I hadn't fucked the start, I could have been higher up as well. But who knows? Who knows? Is what it is. From that shit start, that was a good recovery. I think I dropped back to like 12th or 13th or something like that, and then scythed my way back through to 6th. Fortunate for Alexi though, looks like he got caught up with a back marker, which you never really want to see. But it unfortunately happens. Get that replay up. Because Because I do also want to see what happened, obviously, in the, well, with Michał. Or, Mikolaj. This guy don't know the blue flag? Yeah, I saw that. Well, I didn't see what happened. I guess we could take a peek here later on, once we get to it. But, yeah, that was... seemed to be very unfortunate. Well, I need to open this window a little bit. It's quite toasty in here. Okay. Oh. One lap guy died. Hey, dive bombed you. Yikes. That's pretty rough. And after blocking. Ugh. I bungled this. Second gear was not the strat. It really wasn't. I don't know why I stayed in second gear. I should have backed out and gone to first, but I didn't. So there's down to 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. And back up to 12th almost immediately. Henning went very wide here, so I give him a little love tap on the exit. Oh yeah, chaos unfolded here. I'm not sure what happened. Guessing, did he just... Oh, I don't think he left him to enough space. Yeah, no, he just shut the door on him and he was like, nope. That was a bit of a silly move, and then Mariano plowed into the back. And then he crashes into Radek. Oh my god. That gives me back. Oh, then he M2 got tapped. Oh, he saved it though. Nice, nice. Yeah, chaos here. A big old clump of cars just all over the shop. And some nice battling here. Oh. And Fabrizio screwed the pooch. He was gone. And then Radek just had more straight line speed than me. I tried and tried and... Oh. Tried and tried and tried my fucking ass off to catch him. It just didn't work. Then Mikolaj comes in. Because I think Radek almost bins it at one point. I don't remember where. And this is where the fun begins. Because I slipstream off of him. And then we start getting into the phase where the tires start falling off. And so we tighten up. I go on the attack of Mikolaj. Doesn't quite work out. I get the switch. Doesn't really work out again. So I just settle for the racing line. Stick behind them to wait for them to maybe have some dramas. Hey, the 3 wide here. Radek didn't really seem too friendly to giving people space. He just kind of turns in on Mikolaj there. Doesn't really seem to know he's there. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. I almost died there, yeah. And then change Mikolaj didn't really quite work. Oh, you're here. Yeah, what happened? Oh, he was just understeering. That was... Because I left more than enough space. I guess he was just going straight, whilst I wanted to take a more tighter line through the corner. So our lines ended up meeting. And then that unfortunately led to him getting tapped out. Because, I mean... he had a whole car width of space. And then some. But I wasn't going to have him running me all the way around the corner. Now he's backing off. Oh well. He was braking into the turn. He doesn't really seem to notice, though, that I'm closing in. He's just kind of doing his thing. Did he even know I was there? Like... Because that's almost what it looks like. It's almost as if he just didn't even know I was there and just kind of was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick to my line. And then bonk. I don't know. Weird. Oh, shit. Done it again. Balls. I don't know. I don't think I did anything wrong. I think, if anything, it was just a difference in racing lines. Because I was doing that every lap. If we go to here again. Okay, there I kind of understeered. So, not a good example. And I'm taking a pretty tight... I take a pretty tight line through this corner every lap. And, hey, Nero. I don't know. But that allows Radek to get back in the mix. And we have a duel. Is he right? Oh, okay, I think... Oh, it looks like he lost the rail a little bit on the braking. I don't know. Or he was trying to go in for the apex and forgot I was there or something. I don't know. Weird. Could have been many things. But either way, that's about his demise. And okay, let's go and see what happened with Alexi. Alexi. I've done this the wrong way. Oh, here we go. Yeah, what happened here? Go a bit further back. It's okay, we're catching up to Diego. Diego's a lapped car. And he's gonna come, he's holding the outside, he's gonna come right down. You're gonna get the slipstream. To go past him. You're gonna use your momentum, pulling away, so he doesn't really get much of a side draft. And he's gonna keep it on the outside, and then... What? He just go. I don't understand. He clearly wasn't thinking straight, was he? He does turn away, but he's already committed to the braking, and he's like, uh-oh. And he, like, hardly turns either. Has he, like, locked his steering or something? It doesn't seem like he turns. Almost looks like he's locked his steering to, like, a very sensitive degree. Because he's hardly turning the wheel much at all. I guess we'll see once he crashes and... Maybe. Because he's just dead. Turns in, bonk, rip Alexi. Unfortunate. I don't really know what to say about that. Okay, we've got 8 people though for the Ferrari at Road America. It's pretty good. Whilst we wait for that though, take a quick peek at the standings. I think what he was saying is, I think, doesn't Nero mean, I think Nero means black in some language, I forget which. So I guess maybe that's what he's referring to, I don't know. And later he blocked you again, ah, bloody hell. Yeah, some people who... I've definitely noticed some of the people who race on SRS, I think maybe they could do with a bit... Why am I looking at this? Okay. I was looking at the wrong championship. Could definitely do with a bit of a practice time outside of... bit more practice time outside of SRS before going into it. Okay, this one guy on his own. Somehow got 2 incident points. Not quite sure how he did that, but he did. Let's see, split one though. Matteo wins. No incidents. Nice, nice. How many did I get? I got 1. I'm guessing for the tap with Henning. Oh, shit. I'm gonna do that. Because I gave him a little love tap on the rear end. That was a bit of a bonk. Yeah, I just beat you out, Alexi. You were 4 tenths a lap quicker. Show me your secrets. I definitely need to figure out what the faster guys have done to the car to make it go faster. Because there's definitely some setup trick that I have missed. Ooh, Radek with 3 incident points. Ooh, M2 with 5. That's not nice. Hubert with 9. Oh. Jesus with 8. Yikes. Those are pretty high. I bet they're lucky that this system is not in play anymore. See, I don't even know why he still has this column, to be honest, because the total is definitely that. Top runners must be running on race grade fuel because there's no way you could squeeze that out on technique alone. Well, they're not really squeezing out 2 seconds, because look, I did pace equivalent to Robert, who was second, which is 6 tenths off of Matteo. Well, I was about a second off of Robert's pace, should I say, which is, you know, up there on race pace. But they were definitely doing something on the straights to get more straight line speed out of the car. Because the main guy I was battling throughout the race, one thing that came pretty obvious to me pretty quickly was that he had the car dialed in to be faster on the straights. He was pulling in like 2 to 4 tenths to be on a straight. Do I have the Road America zip? I can quickly zip it now. I don't think I have it zipped up. But I guess I can. How long we got? Oh, we got time. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Be Mattia fastest, then Phil, then Yari. So yeah, I'm down at the slow. Okay, championship overall. Matteo is leading with 1 win. Lucas didn't come back this week, so he wasn't able to repeat up his win. So Matteo leads the championship. Followed by Yari, Robert, Mattia, Phil, Mikolaj, myself, Alexi, M2, Nero in 10th, and Henning, Juan, Steven, and the rest. Oh, well, there you go. King. There's, is this the right version of Road America, Fred? 1.0? Is that the one they're using on SRS? Quickly check. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it's latest, okay. How am I intending? Oh, hang on. I'm just checking. I have first victory on the SRS, not big victory with low. I mean, a win's a win. You take them where you get them. Because they're quite rare to come by. But, yeah, I mean... Yeah, so you said how my 10th... well, looking at the results, obviously, there are people here who've only done... So all these people have only done one race so far. However, Juan, Stephen, Mihao, and Henning have all collectively done worse in the other race. Well, actually... Well, yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, they've done collectively worse. They seem to be getting into more trouble because they have higher incident averages. You've been keeping it quite clean, so I think that's been helping you out. So, yeah. August 2020 was the last Road America update, so it should be fine. Okay. Yeah, Road America is an awesome check, though, so I'm hoping this should be quite fun. Let me check the listings as to who's there. However, if y'all wanting to get in on this key, you have a grand total of 15 seconds. So, might want to be quick. I think... And the window is closed. Did he make it in? No. Rip. I mean, if you're willing to wait an hour, you could get him for Donington in the Ginetta. You say that, but SRS is... Oh, not SRS, sorry. Oh, you're on about non... Well, I mean... The issue is, there aren't many Asians racing on SRS, so... Grids don't fill up in Asian time slots because there aren't any racing. It's kind of a... It's almost a negative feedback loop in a sense. Systems like these need population to survive and to keep things going. And without population, they struggle to get off the ground. So you kind of need to give it that kick initially to get the ball rolling, and then once the ball's rolling, then that's when things can happen. I mean, obviously, yeah, SRS did have the ball rolling for a while, but that ball has been losing momentum over time, and... Yeah, even peak SRS Asian slots are mostly filled with Euro boys, so there you go. I mean, actually, we could take a look. Some factual numbers here. Should be practicing for Road America, but there is a way, isn't there, to check... There's a way to check the national standings, isn't there? I forget how you do that, though. Historic results? No. No. National ranking. Here we go. Okay, national rating. This is what I wanted. Okay. So where is the first Asian country? Oh, there is no country. Oh, Malaysia, 42nd. I think that's the first one. Unless I've missed one. Technically, Russia is mostly in Asia, but, you know. Technically, yes, but... When speaking of Asia in the conventional sense, I don't think most people think of Russia. Actually getting the Ferrari server. But yeah, so, you know, most of the people come from these, like, top 20 countries. Really? And this is of all time, I'm pretty certain, so... Given that it's an all-time number, that does kind of spread the loadout over time. It's not over this season. Also, hey Fred, do you have a... Do you got a setup for Road America that I could steal? Because I don't have one. Darn. Well, I guess, you know what, we're gonna... It worked well enough last week, so we're gonna wing it with the Road America setup. Okay, fuel and tire wear rate again at, pretty low numbers. We're just gonna run this and see what we get. Can make tweaks to it here and there to sort of dial it in more to what I want. But initial impressions, it seems to be pretty good. Seems to be working quite nicely for Road America. Oh, curb. Don't see anything wrong by making the entry duration longer, and yet they don't. Well, I mean, to be fair, you did have from the start of the week, well, from the start of today until now, or until 5 minutes before the race to register your interest in doing the race. So you've had there has technically been a massive window. I can understand why they close it 5 minutes before, because the server goes up 3 minutes on the countdown. Usually. It's about 3 minutes left. So that the automated system's got to put together the server, and if people are leaving and joining still, that's going to muddle things up when setting up the server. It's the same thing in iRacing. iRacing cuts you off in the last couple of minutes. You can't sign up to a race if you leave it too long. Give it the countdown is a little misleading since it... Yeah, but it is what it is. The timer... Well, the timer itself isn't misleading because it shows you to when the race actually starts, but I guess, yeah. It is a little bit confusing, I guess, to a newbie in SRS. That you wouldn't have it... What? Bit of a snap there. That it would catch you out. It's feeling pretty neat though. I think this setup feels quite nice for the most part. Yeah, it is tricky being in Asia and doing sim racing. It's definitely more of a European thing. It looked like there were some tire pressure changes I could have made, but I've forgotten what they were, so I'm just not going to touch them. I'm going to remove a click of rear wing and see what that does as well. But I mean, like, the main Asian... Actually, I think the only real Asian I've seen race on SRS recently, or as of late, has been Handy. And, well, you know, he's all over the place with his sleep schedule, because he'll wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning to go and do a race. But I mean, you know, the Euro and the US time slots are the only real ones that get participation, so it's like, well, kind of backed into a corner with that. It's Handy Asian LPF. I don't quite think so. Because Adam blames his sleeping troubles more on, like, disorder. I think Handy is just insane and wakes up at those times to do the races. I could be wrong, but I think I've seen it before from him where he's been like, he wakes up, does a couple of SRS races, and then goes off to work. Or school, or whatever he does during the day. And then comes back and then does a couple more in the evening, which I think is usually when like the American time slots come around and stuff. Madman. In short. Evgeny seems like he's going to be the man to beat. I don't really know how the rest of the grid stacks up. Not that different from waking up early to work out before school stress work. Yeah. Not entirely wrong there. However, saying that you... Oh, fuck, I've bungled this corner. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Saying you wake up early to go to the gym and work out and shred, you know. People rate that. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to race fake cars on the internet with people I don't know. Doesn't quite roll off as well. Especially in a working environment that doesn't really understand racing. Too many judgy people. Like, I work for one of the biggest, like, internet service providers in the UK, and, so obviously, the people there aren't really the most knowledgeable about racing. Surprisingly, there's a few. There's quite a few in my, like, around team who know about Formula 1 and are quite, like... But that's, like, the extent of which their racing goes, is Formula 1. Yeah, they don't watch anything more than that. However, funnily enough, actually, my boss currently, he actually used to work at Renault. Up at their factory in Enstone for, like, 13 years or so, I think. Which is pretty cool. He's told me some interesting stories from his time working there. It's interesting to learn a bit more of like the nitty-gritty of the Formula 1 sort of world. I have fucked the corner again. Okay, I think we might still be up on the delta though. Yeah, we are. Was he the guy who ordered the Singapore crash? No, but I think he joined... Was he working at the company at the time? I think he was, yeah. He was at the company at the time that happened. He was also at the company during the time they were Lotus, and they almost went bankrupt because of the whole Kimi Raikkonen ordeal and stuff. It was interesting hearing from a more sort of internal perspective how that sort of impacted them. Tiago seems to be right slap bang in my way. Not done me any favours on this lap. Already up by like half a second. Jacob seems to be speedy. Maybe I could try... oh, it's a little too low, though, maybe. Maybe I could try shortening that a couple of clicks, see if that helps out at all. And maybe move another click away. Move a little bit of the diff coast. See what that does, actually. I think also maybe... I think I want to... maybe up the rear pressures? They seemed fine enough, so we'll just leave them. I don't think I'm going to have time to set another lap, am I? Nope. I guess we'll just see what these setup changes have done to the car. Oh! God. Immediate oversteer. Okay, I think I may have... I think I went a little too far with my changes. Okay, what did I change? I did make it deadly. Yes, I did. That was up to 50. Okay, I think we'll leave that at where it was. I'll leave the wing where it was at, though. I think we had a good thing going with that. Maybe try going up a click on the rear ARB. That could be death, but we shall see. Evgeny going even faster. Grip is still at 96%. Huh. Weird. But it's still so low. Push the brake bias back a little bit. Hopefully brings you a bit more confidence on the brakes and a little bit more early corner rotation. Let's see what it does anyways. Feels good. Harder to lock up. Oh, got a little bit of a tank slap run there. Oh, that click of rear ARB has added some spice into the mix. But I think it could be good spice if I tame it. Maybe not. I think maybe it's best if I just put that back. Maybe a click up more on the rear stiffnesses. We'll do the trick. F indeed. Put in 33 liters. Getting over 205. Jesus. Somebody's been doing their homework. Sure who we're waiting for. Hopefully it's not me. I wonder if maybe it's the downforce that's causing this slipping and not the suspension adjustments. It could well be. I've binned it. Dead. Okay, let's revert the rear wing to free. We're gonna gamble. Actually, need more. I added one. I think that's more than enough. Then add a couple. Instead of adding thingy, we're gonna add more height and hope that does the trick. I think that should do it. We'll see. We'll see. This car sucks. Well, you're in for the ride now. How dare you? I have nowhere to go, so I'm gonna... Anyhow, seems like he wants to get pretty feisty of Evgeny, so I'm just gonna let that happen. Oh, I didn't change the gear ratio back, did I? I'm not fully sure if that was beneficial to me. However, I have a massive run here, so I'm just gonna take it. Fuck it. Oh, Mihao got very slippery on the exit there. Also, I didn't check. Are they on the softs or are they on the mediums? They are on the softs. Mihao's on the super softs. Interesting gamble. Or he just forgot to get off quali setup. Either or. It'll be interesting to see how his race pans out. Not quite sure I'm going to be able to do much on the two ahead of me, though. Unless they haven't in the moment. They definitely seem to have to measure the field. Yeah, super softs will burn up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh yeah, right. Brake bias. Oh, he spun. Yep, there we go. Cook tires. Like right about now, yeah. Perfect timing. Because he is gone. Evgeny making the challenge for the lead. Jacob's gonna let it happen. I saw him lift off. Because his car let out the very telltale sort of puff from the rear exhaust. And Bin Shadama strikes again. Yep. Well, it seems like this might be a bit of a quiet one. Depends on how M2's pace is going to be and how the battle between these two shakes out. I don't think I'm quite going to have an answer to these guys ahead, though. I'm going to be completely honest. They definitely seem to be on a league of their own compared to the rest of us peons. Try and give them as much of a run for my money as I can, but I don't have any guarantees that I'm going to be able to do anything. Yeah, they probably did practice. Well, no, they definitely did practice. At least I know Evgeny most definitely did. He always practices. He's a good boy and does his homework. You know? Jacob, I don't know. I don't think I've ever raced Jacob on SRS. But I'm going to assume he's probably done his homework as well. .205, he was a second faster than everyone that lap. Okay, bye-bye, Evgeny. However, Jacob seems like he might be within reach. We'll have to see. I think if Evgeny doesn't bin it, he's going to just streak off into the sunset. Unless Jacob seems to be kicking up a lot of dirt. So that could play into my hands quite nicely. If he's struggling a bit. Or if he's pushing too hard to try and catch up to Evgeny. Put a bit of a comfortable cushion to the cars behind. However, it does seem like Jacob's pulled his finger out of his butt a bit. Okay, he's going to lay down 2053. He lays down a 2057, and I'm probably going to lay down a 2006. Yeah, 2065. There you go. Shit. Guess it's no man's land for me. I see James has finally got his streaming setup moved over into the new F-Box. I didn't quite catch the stream on Sunday because I was busy doing other things, but pretty neat to see he's finally got that done. Record time for a James project, because the timeline for those is usually never. If the practice will become worse at racing. New box sim crashes. Well, I mean, he's still got the same old hardware, hasn't he? So, and it's the same old person behind the wheel, so yeah, I wasn't expecting too much different on those departments. But yeah, on your point, yeah, I'm definitely in that sort of bridge now, where it's like I've reached a point with my sim racing where to beat anyone, or the only real people I have left to beat is the big sweaty guys. You know, the guys who do a lot of practice for these events. They make really good setups. Like, Evgeny's just on a 204. I'm sat here languishing in 206s. You know, those kind of guys who put a shitload of effort in are the only real guys that... And like my main people that are ahead of me, unless I make mistakes and fall back, or the combo doesn't quite suit me. Which is a problem, because I feel like if I do start taking sims to the level they do, I honestly feel like I'm not going to find it that fun anymore. You know? And I think at the level I'm at now, some of the racing that I can have is fantastic, because, you know, I've spent more time in honing my racecraft than I have really in nailing the perfect lap time. Because that's the thing I like more. Driving cars fast is fun, but racing cars hard is even better. I think Mihaw's given up with his super softs because he just quit. Unlucky there. Oh, you could do this corner flat out, Jesus. I had a couple of slight lifts there, but that's gonna save me a bit of time. The more people I search, yeah, that is the crux of the issue, I guess. Population is king. And that's why a lot of people stay with iRacing, is because, you know, iRacing has the population, and you drive the more popular series, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a good split going that's around about your skill level. At least it makes it didn't cause the game to crash, unlike the trucks. Oh no. Yeah, because I hear LFM on R-Factor 2, the population started dipping for that recently. Obviously, the RF2 fanboys are hoping that it's because of, like, the World Cup and Christmas, but, you know, what do you call it? I personally do think a bit of it, as well as some of that beta hype, is starting to wear off, and people probably are losing interest in LFM. You know, it's this cool, shiny new thing for RF Factor 2, but I think some people are probably just going back to the usual hobbit holes of ACC, LFM, or iRacing. If you go on iRacing, you probably have more fun with the same amount of practice. Probably. There is a slight temptation to go back to iRacing, because, you know, the last time I was there, I was nowhere near the level I'm at now. You know, in the time period since I stopped doing iRacing consistently to now, I've learned a lot. And I could definitely use that to go forward and pick up, you know, my first ever win on iRacing, probably, if I really wanted to. But I don't know. I am pretty happy with what I've got. And one thing I do really like about SRS is the kind of niche nature of it. You know, it feels a lot more like a community rather than just racing random bozos online. And I think that's why... I think that is one of the things that does make racing on it more fun, because there is that level of camaraderie and respect that that's more akin to a community. Jesus, they're doing 204s. Fuck me. That's more akin to, like, you know, sort of like community racing and stuff than it is to, say, like, ranked platforms. Because, like, when I went onto the SRS ranked servers, I kind of got, like, a little bit of a shock, because I was like, oh, wow, yeah. You know, people here just don't give a fuck. And, you know, even though the RaceDepartment ranked servers are pretty small in the grand scheme of things, you know, I was a newcomer there, so it's obviously going to be different. And there is more people than there is here on SRS, usually. At least to my knowledge. So, it's like... there is more chaos, sort of thing. Everyone I heard LFM as well gets quite messy at times, because it's full of a bunch of idiots who don't really know what they're doing, or think they're better than they are. Hotshot Bobs. My rookies are gonna be rookies. Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong there. But the issue is, again, population. From what I've heard, the population on the bigger stuff on RaceDepartment is kind of dismal. So, you know. Unless it's like more mainstream stuff like DTM 92 or GD3 or something like that. Or TCR, I guess, maybe. But I ain't touching TCR. Fuck those cars. So it's like... kind of a double-edged sword on that regard. Yeah. And I, you know, so I don't really, with my RaceDepartment stuff, I mean, well, the whole reason I really got... oh, shit. Probably. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the whole reason I really kind of pushed into getting into RaceDepartment and figuring it all out, really, was because I got into a community of people who were pretty cool, and the main stuff they do was all focused around RaceDepartment. You know, I mainly got dragged in for, like, the AC stuff that they did, because Adam convinced me to join in for their AC races, because they weren't getting much population there. But, you know, I then thought, fuck it. RaceDepartment's free. I haven't played it in years. Let's give it another shot. And, through pain and suffering, it's slowly getting better and better. Who knows? Maybe it's just Stockholm Syndrome. You never know. But, you know, getting yourself in a good community with a game definitely makes it a lot easier to enjoy and to sink a lot of time into. I think that's definitely something I've come to value a lot now when I play games. The community is kind of the key. Because I mean, even if you don't really play much with the community, it's always good to have a group of people to share cool moments, share information with and stuff, you know? People who are equally as passionate about the subject as you are. Because, you know, while some of these things can be fun on your own, it doesn't quite compare to when you have a community of people around you who all like the same thing. Because, I mean, heck, that's how I got into SRS in the first place. It was through, you know, getting into watching James's streams, being part of that community, getting to know the people around and stuff. Ooh. I tried to make sure I wasn't going to kill him there. You know, and so when I went into SRS, I mean, I was kind of a newbie, but I quickly got to, I already knew some people. There's some familiar faces and stuff, and obviously the same faces were showing up to the races, and over time gotten to know them all. But yeah, I do definitely think it would be nice. Oh, tricky with some of the R3 content. What do you mean by that? Not sure I follow. Like the more modern DTM cars are on old tires. Oh yeah, I've heard about that, yeah. Some of the cars are on an older tire model. Maybe new content will drag some more people in. Yeah, there definitely does seem to be a bit more interest in racing with the drivers pack. People seem to be quite enjoying it. I only bought the pack last night, but I have test driven the MX-5 and Praga, but only a very, very tiny bit. And they both felt pretty fun, so... FK Neva 204. Fastest lap on the last lap of the race, Jesus Christ. Alright, that's the end of a pretty quiet race, but it's a podium. Take it. MX-5 is what R3 have needed for years. Yeah. I do think, though, It's been the NSU and the TCR and the slower race cars and nothing more. Yeah, I will say though, I prefer AC's implementation of the. Oh, piss. Oh well. Yeah, I do definitely prefer AC's implementation of the MX-5 Cup, in my opinion. I think that's more down to, I guess, me more enjoying AC's core fundamental physics than racerooms. Because... Oh, Michael's registered for the Ginetta race. That's cool. In a way, the... what do you call it? The... God, yeah. So the MX-5 handles pretty much exactly how I'd expect a race from MX-5 to handle. But, you know, it feels quite good. But I think it does kind of... It feels a little too sticky compared to what I'm used to. Which is obviously the AC one. Because the AC one, you can haggle it around quite a lot. Oh, do you like the R3 MX-5 more because it has no pay-to-win H-pan? You say that, though. You say that. But I would actually unironically say, I'm pretty certain that paddles are better than H-pattern in AC. I'm gonna go out and say it. I think it's better. If you notice on my inputs, you'll see I don't touch the clutch outside of the race start. Expectable time for a basic setup. But I don't really know if I'd necessarily call the setup basic, as I stole Fred's setup from Silverstone and then tweaked it a little bit. But I guess it wasn't, like, optimal at all. No, there is a penalty when you shift, really? Well, I haven't noticed it. I seem to be able to shift equally as quickly as anyone else. And have won races in H-pattern cars. So, I don't know. I'm not convinced that's true. Or, if it is, I still don't think it's a disadvantage. 4th overall fastest, but I think that might have been the only race, really, that happened. So, the car and stock setup was so bad. Oof. Standings overall. Evgeny battling it. Oh, okay, no. Demis won last week, whilst Evgeny didn't. So, that puts him back. But yeah, Evgeny was fucking flying. Man was just in a different league today. Smashed qualifying by 2 seconds. And then Jacob closed up in terms of lap in the race. But, man held his ground. If your PB is almost a second faster, then yeah, fucking... Man was on a Sunday drive, but his Sunday drive was still way faster than what any of us could attain. Madman. Absolute madman. Yeah, he backed it up on the race, yeah. No, that makes sense, That's what I do as well. The easiest way to win is to win in the slowest way possible. Because, you know, obviously you're taking the least amount of risks possible. You push every lap, you risk absolutely eating shit. And then all the hard work you done, down the drain. Since my mental stability is like a 4-year-old, not 40. Oof. Yeah, he hasn't been bothered to fix his flag. I pointed him to the SRS forum thread to get it fixed, and he was just like, whatever. So he is currently... Actually, I don't think you guys saw this, but it's actually on here. If you look at the nation rating, there actually is... He is competing for the nation of blank. They are 22nd overall. He's doing the nation of blank proud. Where's Estonia? 49th. Damn, he's bandwagoning confirmed. He's going with the higher rated country over his motherland. By that logic, I should become German or Spanish. I did live there for a few years, so it counts, right? Yeah, Ukraine is pretty close to Australia. Oh, very close. Only 69 in it. What rating am I even at now? Let's see. 804. Nice. Happy with that. We got 5 people. Who we got? Oh, Mateus. Well, I've lost this race. Yes, there will be a Ginetta race. Yes, there's 5 people. There's 5 people. However, if you're hoping for a win, you hate the car, damn. After that setup change, I like it. I guess my main competition is gonna be Michael and them too, I think. 6 people. Yeah, because Mateus is gonna blow everyone out the water, and I have no clue about Mihao and Francisco, so. Should be fun though. Should be fun. Yeah, that's pretty abysmal though, looking at this and seeing that there were only 4 races last week. I assume one of them wasn't even valid, maybe? Be Mondays? No. All 4 of them were. Okay. Actually, isn't that how many times it runs a week? No, it runs on Friday as well, doesn't it? Oh, and it runs Saturday, Sunday also. Yeah, shit, I'm stupid. Yeah, so 4 out of 7 times. That is a little bit depressing. About the Ginetta. It's not too bad. What about the Tartus? It started out at Spa. I'm not really sure if I'd race the Tartus at Spa. Alex just told me that ACC on LFM, there were 280 plus people 1 hour ago. Yeah, but that's a very different thing. SRS is kind of the old dog these days. Compared to LFM is still pretty hot and new, and for some reason, loads and loads and loads of people like ACC. I don't know why people like ACC so much, but they do apparently, so. LFM has lots of people, mostly idiots and aliens. Oh, that came through twice for some reason. Weird. Also, not sure why YouTube blocked that. It didn't like you saying idiot. Yep, the holidays have started in Europe. But on the flip side, holidays can also take people away from sim racing. if they go on like family holidays and stuff. I mean, it's not the case for me at all. I'm sat on my plum for the entire holiday duration doing fuck all. But I know for some people that might be the case. Going away for a while. ACCV is boring. Yeah. I'd kind of have to share that sentiment a bit. Well, I don't really know if I'd call it boring. I didn't like it. The force feedback didn't feel great. And the driving physics felt kinda poo. Could have drink mulled wine and do nothing, huh? Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be drinking mulled wine, but yeah, I will be in the same boat there. No, Alexi, they took a pause from streaming. Yeah, it does take it does take effort and commitment to stream every week. And it also yeah, exactly. With like the whole multi-stream and stuff, I can't imagine that's an easy thing to set up. Like, you compare that to my stream is just quick and dirty. I have been well aware of some issues with my stream formatting and stuff for months now, and I've just not bothered fixing them. I don't even set up the stream till like 5-10 minutes before. But I think that's the best way to do it, for me at least, is minimal effort. I don't want to slave away at doing a load of things when, you know, if people are fine with the product I'm delivering at the moment, then don't have a massive reason to really try too hard on making it better. But maybe one day I'll bother improving it a bit, but at the moment I don't see much of a reason to. You got partnered Twitch and yeah. Like layouts, viewer rewards, etc. But I get the inspiration every now and then. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because you've got a pretty reasonably sized Twitch, haven't you? That's not related to sim racing in the slightest. Yeah, YouTube schedule stream, copy paste from last stream. Yep, exactly. I just changed title and thumbnail. Good to go. That's the extent of my stream prep. Yeah, but I'll make them watch sim racing. Someday. Who knows? Maybe you'll find like one of the a track that takes place on a poker table. Maybe that will convince them. God. Oh, we got 10 people for the Genettas. Nice. Yeah, 10 people. Nice. Better grid than last week. Scary when someone is watching you. I think that's where the big difference comes in, though. Streaming comes more or less naturally to different people, I think. Some people can't stand it at all. Other people, you know, they eat it up. They love the limelight. For me, I'd say I'm probably somewhere in the middle. I think I have experience with doing this kind of stuff over the years and doing different things and experience with presenting and stuff like that, you know, it's easy for me to sit behind a microphone and waffle a load of shit to a load of random people on the internet. But at the same time, I'm not someone who really gives a shit about gobbling up the limelight. You know, I don't give a shit about having millions of views and stuff. But I know other people do struggle a lot more than I do to sit behind the camera, or, well, in this case, a microphone, and spat a load of shit. Thanks, Evgeny. I do try and get a camera. It's not a very flattering backdrop, I'll tell you that much. It's an interaction with the audience that's hard. Yeah, that's definitely the hardest part, is to keep it going. Especially doing something like sim racing. Sim racing is quite, or basically anything that requires a lot of focus and attention. Point at your feet, F the backdrop, point at you will. None of this is really appealing, because I am in the loft of my house, so, it is not... It's like half gaming space, half just cluttered mess. It's an interesting spot, but it's nice to have. It's great that I was able to find a bit of space in my house that I can use for this stuff. Donnie once said I had an accent. It's a joke. Well, technically everyone has an accent. It's just more, or, you know, they differ. Got a proper 80-20 rig. Ooh, nice. Nice. It's easy to chat to people when you're in a pool. But, you know, when you're doing like one of those streams where you're just talking shit, it's pretty easy to do, because that's all you need to do is talk shit. But when you're doing something that's pretty mentally engaging, like sim racing, it does get quite hard. You'll see it in the streams. When I'm talking a lot, I'll tend to slow down in the races and stuff, and I maybe make a bit more mistakes here and there. I'm not as attentive to things. And when I'm focusing on the racing, I don't chatter as much, because I'm focusing on nailing the corners and stuff. More often than not, I end up focusing on the chatting. Get your toes a little. Bloody hell. It is a nightmare of a balance to strike. Ugh. 12 people in the end. That's pretty decent. I can't remember if we raced this during Donnie's championship, so I guess we'll see if I ever set up for this or not. If not, I guess we pull out Kimura again and hope for the best. That worked really well last time. I'm not sure if lightning will quite strike twice, but we can hope. Oh, we do have a setup. Hello. However, is this as good as the Kimura setup, or is this a garbage setup that I need to throw in the bin? I guess we'll find out. Oh. Martin just vanished. Oh. That doesn't feel too shabby though. This is good enough to do what I want it to do. I guess we'll see at the chicane. Yeah, that feels pretty decent. However, I'm gonna quickly pull off and I meant to do it in the downtime, but I was too busy talking. I'm gonna run and take a quick piss. So what's easier, drink sim racing or stream sim racing? Ooh. I have no idea, but I'll leave you guys to debate on that as I take a piss. So, be right back. Okay, well, scratch that. It's occupied. Guess I just gotta hold it in. Oh, that was nearly a bonk. Don't know who that was between. Would have been between M2 and Michał. Oh. As you can see, my 1 minute 42 was a very representative lap time. Oh, Evgeny slotted in. Nice, nice. We got Martin, Evgeny, M2, Mateus, Michael, and Handy. Nice, nice. We got a nice grid going here. Should hopefully be a fun race. Well, Mateus is gonna win. I know that for a fact. Hopefully it should be pretty close between the rest of us, though. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Get the quick drop on Michael and see where he's gear changing. Okay, there. I'd forgotten the shift point he told me, but I see it now. Okay. Getting a bit personal there in the qualies. Well, practice, sorry. Oh, he just took him out. Oh, he was going into the pit lane. Oh, that was a bit silly. He just killed the poor fucker going into the pits. Pulling over. Should probably pull over as well to let Mateus pass because he's gonna come whizzing by. Oh, Jose's bottle jobbed it. Rip. Bruh. Yeah, I saw that. The guy was going in the pit lane. He didn't give a shit whether or not you were there. That was quite funny. Ugh. Forgot about how great the horn is on this car. Alright. Let's go for qualifying. Might have shifted a little too early into fourth, but it is what it is. A little bit scruffy through there, but a pretty scruffy lap in general, I think, this one. But it should be good enough for a banker, as long as I don't fuck up the final chicane. I think my main goal is to beat as many of the people I know on this list as possible, obviously with the exclusion of Mateus, because that's not happening. Oh, but I want to try and... Ideally, I want to beat Handy, Michael, Martin, Evgeny, and M2. And hopefully, that is something I can achieve. Currently set second at the moment, and I'm still second. Setup definitely wants to drift a little bit around here. Okay, Jose's knocked me off down to third. Oh, big slide again. Pretty close from the rest of the field down. Jesus Christ. Two seconds faster than everyone else. Absolute madness. Michael knocked me down to fourth. Okay, see if I can get him back. Jose responds with a 16 of his own, but it's not enough to take down Michael, I don't think. Good news for me on those super softs on this car. That's a good point. Oh, got a bit sketchy there. 114.7 from Mateus. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, I jumped up to third, but I think I'm still behind Michael. Yep, I am. Gotta go even faster. Especially as Michael improved this time. Feel like a much better effort on the lap. Lol. Why the lol? Getting in the mind games. Oh, Mateus has binned it at the final chicane. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that. Traffic this lap. Oh, you're lolling on what Fred said. Okay, yeah. Jose closing up the pace. Ooh. Oh, I fucked this lap. Should have enough fuel though for one more go at this. Doing that's not going to help though. Oh, big snap. Jesus. Really rode that one out. It just wants to kill me. Okay, well that's my qualified over. I wasn't up on the Delta anyways, I guess. That's some consolation there. Handy beat me, bastard. Sneaky, sneaky bastard. He got in. Beat my time. I don't think it was going to be faster anyways. Teus goes even faster. Michael is improving. He's going to break into the 15s, I think, this time around. Prig buy is 80%. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. Did Michael get a 15 in the end? No, he didn't. Rip. Yep, best of luck, Michael. Best of luck, everyone else who's listening in, who's also in the race. This should be a fun one. I think 19 liters should do me. That low brake pressure, yeah, it worked, so I'm not complaining. Tace is running 20 while I'm on 19, so hopefully that's enough and I'm not going to run out. Otherwise, big cry, big sad. Yep, best of luck to you too, Michael. See you on the other side. Andy's going to be way too generous on space. I don't know where he's gone. I think he's gone off the track. That's unfortunate. Oh, somebody else is off in the gravel behind. Now goes to try and run away from Jose and Michael. Goal is podium. I don't think a win is pretty safe to say out of the question. But a podium is very much is. Jose got very wide there. He had to back out the throttle. Tace has already streaked out a pretty commanding lead. And that's one I expect him to continue to hold until the very end. Got a better run than those two out of the chicane. Can't even do the chicane cheat with this layout, so defo no win. Oh, went to third a little too soon. But it doesn't matter too much. As long as I'm pulling away from those guys, it's all good. Well, maybe I do want a bit of a battle with them, but for results POV, I want to run away from them and not have them catch me. Oh, Jose's off in the sand. They had a pretty good battle with Michael. They're going side by side quite a lot. Michael was taken third. Ooh, pardon me. Alright, well, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. See if you can. Okay, Mateus continues to streak away. No surprises there in the slightest. However, if he repeats what he did in qualifying at the chicane, who knows? Maybe we could have a race on our hands for the lead, but I very much doubt it. Oh, I get very friendly with the gravel, but so does Michael. Betting on the patented Michael bit. I see you have a lot of faith in him, Fred. I see you have a lot of faith in him. They slowed up quite a lot there. There's a 117. Not sure why. Maybe he got a penalty? Of course. I mean, I could also bin it. I've seen this car with this setup has some bite, and it could very easily bite me and throw me off. Especially with how much curb I'm eating around here. Is Francisco the same guy from last race, or is that a different guy? If so, he's not having a good night, it seems. I think it's a different guy, though. I could be wrong. My brain is wandering. I don't know what line I was taking there, but it wasn't the right one. Ooh, a little wide. Oh, shit. Well, this changes the game a bit. Try and get back on track. There we go. I'm 7th my inside doesn't let my tires get back up. Whoa. Okay. Focus time. The mocking honk too. Yeah, a bastard. Alright, well. I've shown I've got the pace. Time for me to put my money where my mouth is. Didn't think you'd been it before, Michael. Well, I've been pretty bin-free tonight, so I guess I had to get it in. Karma will bite. Oh, he's just gonna let me by. Okay. Sure. Well, Michael, it's me and you now, I guess. He doesn't seem to be particularly interested in fighting me. Michael getting quite risky over the curbs. Well, then Michael's screwed because of the honk. Wasn't a great run for that corner. Oh, Mihaw's disconnected from this race as well. Even without the super softs, things still didn't seem to go his way. Please turn up the heat. It's going to be interesting. Oh, he's gone off onto the grass, though. But it doesn't really seem to have cost him much. Got away with that. Catching up to lap traffic, too, so I guess it'll be interesting to see what kind of difference that's going to make in proceedings here. Jose is coming nearly, yeah. Lucky boy. Oh, Francisco. That was a bit sketchy. Yeah, rip. Jose's picked up the pace as well. Guess I need to stop being a bit more aggressive. Takes care of the lap traffic, yeah, it does. Tragic, though. Poor soul sent himself to the Shadow Realm. Oh, looks like Jose had a bit of a whoopsie, because he's dropped back quite a bit. Got 8 minutes. Oh, Michael throwing some sand at me. We're getting violent now. The sand attack. Okay, well that somehow worked for him. iRacing strats cooled his tires. I don't know. Whatever black magic he pulled then, it seemed to have pulled him away from me a little bit. This is where we just keep getting faster and faster and faster, and then actually end up catching and passing Mateus and win the race. It's not going to happen, but it would be absolutely hilarious if we'd pushed ourselves to that limit. You got a better exit than me out of there, it seems. Oh, I got a bit sloppy over that curb. Fuck. One little slip up, all it took. It's like 3 temps down the dunny. Also a bit of confidence down the drain as well. I gotta rebuild. Michael's holding some blistering pace at the moment. Can't believe you're letting him win. Oh, Fred with the words of encouragement. Still 5 minutes to go. A lot can happen in 5 minutes. Oh, like me binning it. All it takes is one slip. You can bin it? No! I won't. All it takes is one little slip then. That's kind of your confidence down the drain. Jesus, Fred. That's a low blow. Poo what? Not got enough fuel? If that doesn't get you motivated, nothing will. I'm motivated enough. Oh, doing that's not going to help my cause though. It's a good lap until I absolutely mullered that final chicane. I'm still 2 temps faster, so... M2's picking up the pace. Jose's fallen back even more. Andy's up into 6th. Was that too much speed through there? Oh, right on the edge. Triple for the win. Oh, we're caught up to lap the guy again. Must have installed a turbo into the chair. Oh, right on the edge there. Yeah, yay. This could make things interesting. Two laps to go. Okay, thank you. He's not going to make life too difficult. However, crucially, he slowed up Michael a bit. To reel him right back into the frame. Final lap showdown? Let's go. Don't think I'm quite close enough, though, to really be fighting. This is a shame. Yeah, this is very close. That lapped car really slowed you up there. This is it. It's the final lap. Don't bin it now. That goes for both of us. Oh, I got a shit run out of there. He's pulling away. Not close enough for a send. Need him to fuck up the chicane. Or just take it really slowly. He's gonna play it safe. Not gonna have the run. Huh. Oh, good race. Good race. That was hard. That was tough. Yeah, that lapped car really came in clutch, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Oh. I think it's safe to say I kept you on your toes, though, for the rest of that. Yeah, that one mistake. That was all it took. All it took. One slight slip in concentration. I mean, the fact that I didn't eat shit into the barrier is good enough for me. I've gone off there before and had much worse happen, so... Oh, I think we were both on the limit there, to be honest. I think we were both on the limit. I think if I'd practiced more, well, if I'd actually done practice, maybe I could have pushed that limit a bit higher, but that ain't what I'm about, so. And I think if anything, getting into that fight with you helped push even harder. I don't think I would have gotten a 15-2 was I not, like, trying my damnedest to hunt you down. Yeah, no practice, yeah. Where do you qualify here? 5th. Yeah, you definitely felt a bit too understeery. Well, I had quite a slippery setup for this, because we actually ran this back in that championship. Jesus, Andy, no. Oh, he puts a wheel on the grass when he goes under braking. Oh. He's too kind for his own good. I guess he's worried about ping, but damn, yeah, that cost him. All the way out onto the gravel, and down to plumb last. Sucks. Hate to see it. But I'd started working away a nice gap. And then I had to go and fuck it all up, didn't I? Just tried to carry a bit too much speed in. Wheel onto the dirt. Big snap. Out into the dirt. And cheeky little shit with his horn. Always seen a mistake of the track. Ah, it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate, Andy. 80% front brake bias? Yup. I had the exact same here. I also had 85% brake pressure on this. Yeah, Jose was like, he's like, nah, I ain't about this. I'm not gonna bother fighting you. I'm just here for the safety rating. No, I don't know. He just, thanks, yeah. I shouldn't have made the mistake in the first place. Just wasn't paying attention and just squeezed a little too much. And then, yeah. 80% was on the setup I dialed. Really? I was running 80% this whole race. It felt really good for me. I think he was hoping you would catch and slow us both down. Maybe. Or maybe he just wasn't. He was like, you're faster. I'm not gonna worth risking anything. You know, because sometimes when somebody bottles it like that, they can get quite desperate in trying to make up the ground. And so I think maybe he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna risk crashing. I'm just gonna let you buy it. Still, it was like early on in the race as well, so I probably would have made I might have made a similar decision, depending on how I felt. Yeah, that lapped car helped me massively. He proper slowed you up. Yeah, of course, because you caught him at the corner. Oh, worst place to do it. I was able to just keep full pin. Hit the apex there, and he moved away. It was nothing. He slowed you up in quali too. Oh, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I gained a literal second on you. Yeah, this is my fastest lap of the race as well, this final lap. It shows how much I was pushing to the very end. Got quite a different line into turn 1. My line's probably the wrong one, I'll be honest. It's just throw the car in as hard as possible. Yeah, this corner wasn't great. I wonder what had I have nailed this corner, I wonder what kind of lap time I could have gotten, to be honest. I got a 15.2 with that atrocious corner. So maybe could have snagged a 14 on that final lap, which might have just been enough to line me. Well, it might have been enough to put me up close enough for a move into there, but I don't know. Well, so you 100% took it very safe, didn't you, through this chicane? Because I gained like half a second on you through this chicane alone. Yeah, you were miles away from those curbs. Oh, you missed your braking point. Let's see, is he bluffing? Oh, actually, that is kind of late, yeah, because I'm braking here. You're braking all the way there. Yeah, you went in quite deep, but I worked out for you. Guess lucky for you, this car is really fucking good on the brakes. Were to say the WTCC BMW, you might have just sailed straight off the road there. Because I know I did when we raced that convo. That was a long time ago, though. Ah, that was good fun, though. I was maybe hoping for a little more fighting, but, because, you know, 2 cars pushing it, tit for tat, on the, I tried to throw cut into the inside. Yeah, 2 cars pushing the limits kind of going tit for tat on lap times. It's fun to do in a race, but when you're, it's not the greatest for like spectators. But yeah, that was great fun. Great fun. Of course, Mateus, flawless win. Very clean grid. Very clean grid. For the most part. Of course, yep. That was that. Yours is a 2:82, mine was a 2:15. I won the fastest lap dick measuring contest, so I'll take it. Jose was up there, M2 picked the pace. Handy had some good pace still. Shame about the first lap. Could have been up there. Maybe. And these two didn't finish the race. Let's see about fastest laps. Where do we stand? Okay, so I'm 5th overall on fastest laps. Michael's 6th. Handy is 4th. In the race, I'm up to 4th. Michael 5th. Handy 7th. M2 in 9th. Mateus obviously top of the board in both of those. Because he's just on another fucking planet. Maybe, had I not have messed up that corner, maybe could have sniffled at those two. But hey, is what it is. God, shows the difference to last week. Holy cow. Alright, so I won the race last week, and my fastest lap was a 1:13.3. And that's 10th. Michael was there in Mr. Ivanka was spinning in the grass when I last saw him. Yeah, he didn't have a good time. I think after making the mistake of picking the super softs and immediately spinning in the Ferrari, I don't think he was having a great time, to be honest. Oh, Michael didn't win the first week though, so I'm ahead by a singular point. Ho ho ho. If I win in the 3rd place, I'll take that. I will take that. It's pretty solid. I think by the looks of things, I think 3rd is the highest I'm probably going to get. Not sure. Okada seems to be very quick. They were very quick in the MX-5. So, and they seem to have taken to this car quite well as well. Mateus, it's Mateus. I don't think I need to say any more. 3 races, 3 wins. The fastest, absolute domination in qualifying and in the race pace. So, I don't think I need to say any more about that. One of my races didn't count on only 3 cars, but took it as a test session. Because then that would have been the one where you got 82 points? Unless you did... Oh, wait. No, yeah, you probably did a 4th race somewhere. Fucking bot. Get out of here. Oh. There we go. Yep, bots. Fun. Oh. That was weird. It appeared them for a second. Good morning. Excuse me, sire. Albeit, I guess if you're in GMT +2, I guess. Are you in GMT +2? I don't know. If you are, I guess it would be morning. Because for me, it's 12 minutes to 11. So, actual morning. Yeah, you're a madman, Handy. You're a madman. Yeah, I'd gathered that, Adam. But I was more speaking of literal sense. Ooh. Sleep cycle morning. Ugh. Speaking of sleep, I need to start waking up earlier. These days I've been waking up too late. Because I'm on holiday. I'm like, I roll over, I look at the the alarm pings off, and I roll over. I'm like, I can't be bothered. Yeah, next week's combos. He said, oh no, it's at the Nürburgring. Nürburgring Sprint GT, but it's whatever. We'll survive. How did the racing go? The racing went pretty well. Had a shit start in the from my own idiocy in the Ligier. Then kind of struggled in the middle of the race because there seems to be something with the setup that people have figured out that I don't know that was leading to me being slow. But once the tires fell off towards the end, I came into my own and clawed back a few places. Also got lucky that Alexei got murdered by a back marker. It's because I then got him as well on that final lap. Kind of savage, but I did it. The Ferrari was pretty solid as well. I was in a no man's land for the whole thing, but a podium's a podium. The two cars ahead were just on another level, and I had a good enough setup going for me to get away from the cars behind me. And then in the Ginetta, yeah, qualified well. Jumped up a place at the start because Handy bottled it. And then I was pulling away from Michael. Then I bottled it, allowed him back through, and then spent the rest of the race trying to chase him down. Field sizes? Fuck, I don't know. We had 2 splits going for the Ligier. So we had over a full split. The Ferrari was 15. And the Ginetta right now is 12. It's better than last week's field sizes. Except maybe for the Ligier. I don't think there was as many in Split 2 this week. I think there was just one guy. But we still filled a split, so it's good enough for me. Yeah, it's better than last week. I mean, the Ginetta is literally double, I think, than last week, because we only had 6. It was 12, so... yeah. But yeah, next week's combos, what do we got? Yeah, we got Jerez GP. Oh, fuck's sakes, another bot, really? I thought they'd bug it off. Pieces of shit. Get out of here. Where's your love? It's dead. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Jerez GP. That should be interesting. Not driven Jerez in AC. And also, this car in general for me has just been a struggle. So hopefully I can turn my fates around, but I kind of doubt it. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one. The Ligier at the Sachsenring triangle. That's going to be something, alright. That's going to be something. I'm looking forward to that. The Ferrari is going to be at Monza. And that should be fine. I don't go too poorly at Monza. It's mostly just going to be surviving any chaos that goes down. So, it's whatever. And a Nürburgring Sprint GT, meh. It's a Nürburgring. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think I need to say more than that. But the rest, apart from Calaburgi, yeah, we're entering the shit part of this championship. Nürburgring, and Calaburgi, However, we wrap it off with two awesome tracks. Watkins Glen Short and Modena Fast. I'm looking forward to those two. I think those should be great in this car. Yep. Take care, Michael. I'll see you around. Probably on Monday. This is for the usual stuff. What day even is Monday, actually? Monday... Monday's Boxing Day. I suspect participation will probably be a little down on Monday, but I will see. Say hello to the scary kitten. Rest of this championship is meh. We've gotten through my two favorite tracks on the calendar. Barcelona Motor is gonna be eh. Nürburgring GPTT is gonna be eh. And Spa should be decent, but not as fun as Road America or Silverstone, I don't think. Laguna Seca should be interesting here. High Plains should be interesting as well. And Modena, not too keen on the slower layout, but we'll see. High Plains and Laguna could be fun, though. Last time we went at High Plains was pretty cool. I ran pretty well, so hopefully I can repeat that. I don't know. Then in my series, Paul Ricard WTCC, that one could be quite fun. Grobnik should be quite fun as well. Quite challenging, probably, as well, with all the bumps and elevation sort of switches. And then Cadwell, that's iconic with this car, so... yeah, it's looking pretty interesting for the rest of the season. Pretty much the only races I'll be able to join will be the US series. Fair enough. That's how it be. I will still be here next Tuesday, doing the usual. I don't have... when is the next Tuesday after that? Does that fall on anything? It's the 3rd. Okay. I think that's when I start back at work. It would be. Yes. But I don't think any changes in the programming should happen, so... yeah. But nothing is changing from my schedule. I'm still going to be doing the same old shite. As per usual. Not going anywhere anytime soon. But obviously, if something does happen, I will let you guys know. Hopefully, I'm going to have the effort to put together a couple of videos over these holidays. Probably only one video. But I want to get out... there's some stuff I want to put into video content, and I've just been too lazy to do it. So, at some point, I'm going to get down and do that. So, look out on the channel. You might see something go up in the next couple of weeks. Also need to do a little bit of exploring on some options and stuff, but I might have something else in the works, but I don't want to throw too much about that now. But might be something a little bit more interactive with a bit more participation. But we'll see. I need to do some thinking, do some fleshing out some details before I even dare announce anything, and get some self-confirmation that this is something I can do, and it's something I'm willing to go ahead with before I announce something proper. But watch this space. You'll either have some interesting content, or you'll be woefully disappointed. More likely the latter, so don't get your hopes up, but yes. Don't be too surprised if some some things do appear. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll leave it at that before I waffle on too much about things and build too much hype for something that I might just never end up doing. Yes. It's an idea I've been toying around for the past couple of months, and I just need to kind of get the ball rolling on what I actually want to do. And then once it's rolling, I think, once Crash Course has been set, we'll be good. Maybe. But, yeah, that won't be the latter thing, if it does happen. That won't be till January anyways. I think trying to do something in December will, that just isn't really the time to do it in December. I think it doesn't work out, but, typing on phone sucks. Sounds like your videos. Damn. Yes. And you'd think me telling this stuff to you would give me more motivation to actually go and do it. But if you know me, you know that's not true, and I do what the fuck I want. Which usually is nothing. But yeah. Anyways, getting ahead of myself here. Thanks everyone for turning up. Thanks everyone for racing as well. It was another fun night. Had a pretty fun season so far. I don't think I've really had any major stinkers of races yet. But it's still early doors, so could happen. Hopefully not, though. Quite liking the car roster. Well, actually, I say I haven't had stinkers of races, but the got a few issues I need to iron out with the escort. So maybe it's time for an emergency practice session at some point with the escort to try and figure that car out a bit more. But who knows? I've got a lot of time. I just don't have a lot of effort. But yep, take care everyone. It was fun. Got some pretty cool stuff lined up next week as well, so be looking forward to seeing you guys there. Adios.